This is the Jim and Jerry Show, coming to you from the Hobbit Hole studio in Bobcaygeon. I am just one of the tandem duo who podcast on Thursday mornings from the Cinderblock studio. The other guy is sitting patiently waiting for his turn to speak. Go ahead, Jim.
I am Jim from Pefferlaw, traveled all through these miles to get here to entertain you, our audience. Okay, I actually came just for the breakfast. Lovely breakfast again. Thank you, Terry.
You're welcome. It's worth the drive, I trust.
It is worth the drive.
All right, we're going to talk about things that we may have talked about last week if we were not waylaid by a blizzard.
Yeah, we got Yeah, we couldn't come.
We couldn't get together.
Couldn't get together.
We're going to talk about things political. Jim and I are political people. I wouldn't have said that too readily a little while ago, but things have changed since 2016.
Well, one thing that's never changed, it's just maybe the subject matter. We used to talk a lot about coffee, stuff like that. I've always, not always, but most of my life watched the political scene. Well, whether it be because of biblical, looking for the future to come, and that's always interesting to me. But also, I do want to see how the world is developing. I do find it fascinating.
We live in the most interesting. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Yeah, I
Charles Dickens.
still see the Simpsons and the monkeys in the room and Burns. Whenever you say that, But, it is the best of times and it is the worst of times. And I can understand how people might get a little anxious about what's happening in the world. And we got to try to not do that.
Yeah.
We got a man who actually wants you anxious, wants you on your toes.
You're talking about Trump.
He wants you to have fear. Everybody has fear.
He seems to be the agent of chaos.
Yeah.
Remember Maxwell Smart?
Yeah, I do.
Chaos? Well,
Canada's building a dome of silence.
Oh, good.
Oh, the Dome of Silence.
Is that over top of the Golden Dome? Yeah. That's interesting. Well, let's be specific. We'll talk about some things. Let's talk about Rah Canada. How about that? What did you say this morning? You summed it all up, and I didn't know that it was 12 deals? 12
deals on 4 continents in 6 months. That's what Carney has done. And yet all you will hear from some people, he hasn't done. What has he done? Tell me what he's done. Well, he's the main one, which we understand, was a deal with China, a great deal as far as I'm concerned, with great future hopes. That comes under criticism right away. You see, so there's some people, there's nothing you can do. You're not going to like the guy, but you got to give him a chance because Canada, we need to come together. Are you listening for it? We need to come together as one nation. You can still be conservative. You can still be NDP. But right now, we have someone who has a vision, and it seems to me he has some pretty intelligent people around him. And that speech he wrote, so he's a very intelligent, articulate man who's well-respected around the world. And I'm going to say it, there's only 3 people who had a standing ovation at this summit in all of the years, and it was Nelson Mandela, Zelensky, and our Prime Minister Carney.
What? Trump was not there?
Yeah, not Trump. So we have to cut him some slack. These are unusual times, friends. They're very unusual times, and Carney isn't here to ruin our country. He's here to try to make deals around the world. Deals with people that we snubbed. Deals with people that we did not show kindness to at all. And vice versa. So that it's a harder job than you think because don't have the power of Trump. We can't twist an arm up around your back and threaten to shoot your dog. We can't do that. So this guy's on the right track and he's doing it well.
Did you watch or listen to his full speech?
His full speech, I watched it 3 times.
I was riveted by it, and I read the transcript of the speech as well. So I am gobsmacked. I am really impressed and so proud to be a Canadian under this man's leadership at this point.
Yep, me too.
Reason prevails sometimes.
Yeah, I'm proud of him. I'm glad he's there. And you know me, I'm usually very conservative in things, but right now there's a certain conservative group down in the States and even our own that's kind of turning me off. The idea is I don't care who's in power as long as they speak like Carney's speaking. I don't care if it's a conservative. I don't care if it's an NDP. As long as he's speaking like Carney.
You mean reasonable?
Reasonable, well, with wonderful authority.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he is standing the ground. He's making Canada look good.
To Trump.
He's standing up to Trump and talking in terms he can't understand. Because I said, well, I'm watching the speech, and someone said, what do you think Trump thinks about this? And says, he doesn't understand most of the words coming out of Carney's mouth.
That's right.
He just looked at it as disrespect, ungrateful. That's all Trump could get out of that. Ungrateful. And yet, who's acting ungrateful? The United States, the whole friggin' country, not knowing that Canada came to your rescue to rescue the people from Iran, your diplomats, not to mention that NATO, all of NATO came to your rescue, and other things such as every fire you have, Canada comes to your rescue. All your forests, everything, we come to your rescue. And now, we're just taking you for granted. We're not. We thought we were brothers. We thought we were partners, at least cousins. And you're the one that's saying, no, you mean, Trump, leave us alone. You've said, we've got nothing you want, nothing you need.
Okay,
we're insignificant to you.
How did the Carney speech at Davos go in terms of American coverage or Canadian coverage? Are you aware of any?
Oh, absolutely. It's all over the United States.
Is it all over social media as well?
All over social media. The mainstream media in the United States really speaks highly of his speech. Because what they're saying is, that's what a leader looks like.
And sounds like.
That's what a leader looks like and sounds like. Remember America? These were our leaders. They sounded like this. Yeah, so...
From Obama, would you say Biden sounded like that at the beginning of his term?
Well, yeah. I mean, number one, Biden wasn't as bad as everybody's painting him to be. But yes, he did have a mannerism to him. Everything wasn't a threat.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you want to even go to the United States if their representatives are basically saying, we're the best thing that you've ever seen, and the world can't get along without us. We're actually, I think they worship their country.
And
I think they've put God aside. And do what we say or we're punishing you.
Or else.
And the idea is, look, I thought you wanted to just close in on yourself. Would you just please do that?
Yeah.
And go away.
Yeah, just shut your door.
Shut your doors and go away.
Leave us alone.
Yeah, leave us alone.
Okay, so now we're in a problem because Canada's faced with not a trade imbalance, but we have had an integrated trade system since World War II, even before that.
Yeah.
So what do we do now when we're so integrated, when the auto industry is inextricably woven together from Mexico to America to Canada? How can we separate now that it's all built together?
Well, I think the best way to do that, and people are going to disagree with this, is do exactly what Carney did. He made an arrangement with China, and now all of a sudden America is faced with a real competition coming into Canada. I don't say that to ignore all the people that work for the American-made companies. I say this, if anything's going to pull them back and try to dig in more, it'll be competition coming. But since they sat there arrogantly, then what are they doing? They're closing plants in Oshawa, the midnight shifts or something, third shifts going. Everybody's going. They're just pulling away because they're afraid of what I consider a mentally sort of slowed down president with all his threats in the world.
Trump's repercussions.
And Carney's wisdom is, this is not going to change. Like, even when he's gone, things aren't going to change. His predecessor is probably going to have to be this, Texan with the stogie, kind of guy. And Carney's saying, we can't live with this anymore.
We can't live with a big Texan with the big automobiles and the Flintstones and they had the big Texas lawns.
And he also said, basically, with this whole, the shingle on the window, he was basically saying we were fooling ourselves. We were never partners.
No.
We were just subordinates.
We weren't even subordinates. We were vassals. We were slaves in the working hewers of wood and drawers of water, to use the old analogy. So now we don't want to go back there. America just wants to take us over and take the water. This is what Bob Rae was saying in his post-Carney speech, that Canada, no matter how much you want to appease Trump, you'll never be able to. So when Kuzma comes to renegotiating NAFTA, don't worry about it, because Trump will break it anyway. He broke the Kuzma deal.
That's right.
Anyway.
His deal. The best deal in the world. And then he broke it because who did that deal? It was so stupid. Coming out of the same mouth.
Two sides of the same coin. Trump. Anyway, here we go. Bye-bye for now.
It's complicated, this relationship I have with my